All right, here we go. Got coolant to get in it. Got battery to put in. And the DME and the KLR chips. And then this baby's running. So, got a gallon of coolant. Also have a gallon of distilled water from the Wally World. Mixer at 50-50, get it in there. And then gonna start digging into those chips next. Get those done. Throw the battery back in and give it a go. So here we go. Fantastic. Don't forget to install your petcock, otherwise you'll just end up dumping your expensive Porsche coolant all over the ground. We'll get that cleaned up and try again. So there is a bleeder at the elbow where the upper radiator hose goes to the head, and you can crack it and just let it kind of let it bleed out, but I like to put a little vacuum to it, so just pulled enough through to where there were no air bubbles, and that should be good enough to get most of the air out of the system. So in order to get to the DME and the KLR, you peel back the carpet in the passenger footwell, and they sit in this tray right here. But over that tray is a wood cover, which I didn't really expect. Factory Porsche wood floor pan. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a stinking nice piece of plywood. I suppose it has some kind of like stain on it to darken it. Probably to make it blend in a little bit more and just make it look less like Porsche put a piece of wood under the passenger footwell. So got the two connectors unplugged. They're pretty easy to get out. It has a vacuum line that goes to the KLR, which is strange. That's the sensor that they're using to measure boost must be built into the module, which is weird by today's standards, because anymore that would just be a sensor under the hood. But this is the way they did it in 1986. They plumbed it all the way back here, and this module is monitoring your boost pressure and also the knock sensors. So, but otherwise, I mean, everything's clean. I love it. Everything's just so clean. Well, here's the latest that 1986 had to offer in engine management technology. This is the DME, so it was just a matter of popping the cover. You pop a couple of pins, and this thing separates. It kind of hinges on these ribbons right here. But this right here is the chip that we're going for. There's the replacement one, DME, so it's just a matter of getting a little screwdriver underneath there and working that up and seating the new one, putting it back together. And there we go, piece of cake. Now it's just putting it back together. Most important thing is that there's a notch on one side and there's a notch in the socket. So you just gotta make sure you line up the notches, because this thing could go in either which way, and I'm sure that would cause a mess of problems. So just pay attention to that when you're swapping it out. But piece of cake, throwing it back together. All right, here we go. We'll try it out. Sounding real good. Get over here and check it out. Sounds good. That was already there. Still haven't cleaned up my coolant leak. But sounds them up a bit, make sure it's not leaking any fluids, and make sure it's not leaking any fuel over here in the wheel well. Then we can put that back together. So far, so good. Everything looks bone dry. I think we're set. So, if you guys are feeling a little bit cheated, I apologize. You know how this stuff goes after you've just been ass deep into a project. There's a lot of opportunity to miss shit when you get it all back together. You're trying to pay attention to leaks and smoke and this and that, and dotting all your I's, crossing all your T's. So I didn't film much because I was a little bit preoccupied. But she's running, and she's running good, good, good. When I first started, it had a real high idle. I thought, you know, it was probably just warming up or something, but it never went down. Checked, and the throttle cable was too tight. I'm not sure how that happened because I didn't adjust it, and the bracket went back in the same spot when I reinstalled the intake manifold. But so that was easy. Burped a little bit of air out of the cooling system. You know, topped up power steering fluid, all that stuff, and let it run for a bit. Came up to temp. Temperature's controlling nice, so we're in good shape. All right, gotta go. Gotta turn.